to Solat's YouTube channel. I'm Luke.
And I'm Shamelia.
And today we're going to have an interview with Associate Professor Dr. Manjet, who is the Deputy Dean of Research, Innovation and Industry Community Engagement. And this interview would cover her background, some issues with online learning, as well as the way forward for career opportunities for English for professional students.
So stay tuned, please watch us. And after this episode, we have more episodes coming. So please hit the subscribe button and the notification button. Share, like, guys.
Like. Okay, good morning, Dr. Manjet, and we'd like to start off by congratulating you on your reappointment as the Deputy Dean of Research, Innovation and Industry Community Engagement.
So, Doctor, maybe we could start this interview by sharing about your background, your educational background. So, please do share with us about your educational background, your areas of expertise.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me as one of the to be part of the interview sessions that you're having with the top management officials at the School of Languages, Literacies and Translation. Okay, so basically you asked about my educational background. I started off my undergraduate studies at USM. Okay, so at the School of Educational Studies. Okay, so I did my teaching degree there. Okay, in partnership with humanities, because we had to take our major from there, major and minor. Yeah. So I did history and English. Okay. And then what happened was, so when you finish your degree, a teaching degree, you have to go and teach in the schools. But basically, I did not go for my posting. And I applied to be a Guru Bahasa here. So I started off here as a Guru Bahasa language teacher. And at that time, we were not upgraded to a school. We were only a Pusat Pengajian. Pusat Bahasa. Center of Languages. Okay. So what happened was, I started working here in 1996. Then after that, in year 1998, I started my Masters under School of Educational Studies also.
In USM?
Yes.
Okay. In USM.
Okay, so I did my Masters of Education coursework. I majored in TESOL. Okay, because at first I was a history graduate, but then I'm in teaching line here. There's no history here.
Yeah.
So I started off there and then I majored in TESOL. So I graduated in year 2000. Okay, once that was over, I continued working here, and that was done on part-time mode.
Part-time.
Okay. Then I started my PhD here in USM also.
USM.
So I'm a USM loyalist. Okay, you can say that. Okay, so I started off as a part-time student also, because I was working here full-time. So I started off as part-time student. Then what happened was, I didn't start at this school because we were still a Pusat at that time. So I had to do it at humanities. Under my supervisor, Prof. Okay. Then he moved over to this school as a dean. Then the school got upgraded. Then I got the opportunity to apply for scholarship. Then my part-time study was converted into a full-time study with scholarship. I completed. I came back in as a lecturer in 2013. So since then, I've been a lecturer here.
So USM all the way.
Yeah, all the way, and it's already more than 25 years.
Yes.
USM level. Okay.
Yeah, I hope you all will be too.
Yeah.
I will.
I will.
So, the next question would be, what made you feel motivated to pursue in this field and then the area of your expertise?
Okay. So basically, like I mentioned just now, I started off working here. So working here, we deal with language, especially like myself, I was teaching English proficiency courses. Okay. And in your classroom, you have a lot of research resources to do research. Okay. So that prompted me to conduct research among my students, So research among your students is very, very important for improvement of teaching and learning.
Yes.
Okay, so basically that's what it, and furthermore, my thesis for my PhD and also my dissertation from my master's is based on the students' year data is collected from here.
Yeah.
So basically the resources are here, and it also provides avenue for improvement of teaching and learning. So that's why I am in this field, language skill, especially focusing on English language. But I also have some sub-specializations like higher education, sociolinguistics. We kind of like, as you know, the number of lecturers here are small. We have about 15 lecturers. So we cannot be so strict, so rigid in terms of our field of specialization. Even as lecturers, it's a learning process every day. We learn. So we learn new things, okay, we venture into new fields,
So that's interesting to know that you've been with USM for so long, because as a kid myself, I always I wish I could stay in USM, work in USM forever until my last breath or such.
You will have your opportunity. Maybe start your masters after this, after you finish your EFP program.
We will get to that in the
we'll
later
get to
questions
that.
about scholarships and further studies.
So that's interesting for me. So Luke, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I think after learning about the background, maybe we'd like to move to something in this current timeline, and we'd like to touch upon the current issues regarding online learning.
Okay.
Yeah, and our first question would be, how did the pandemic affect you as an educator?
Okay. The pandemic actually has its advantages and disadvantages.
Yep.
And you can also consider it as a blessing in disguise.
Online classes.
Online classes.
No need to wake up so early.
No need to wake up so early.
For most of the students, students and the lecturers' problems.
Yeah, so those are some of the disadvantages. Okay, so basically at the beginning, I think when COVID started, it gave a shock to everybody.
Yep.
Everybody was not prepared. Okay, so in terms of teaching, we were also not prepared. Doing everything face to face, and suddenly, oh my God, we have to go online. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? And all those kind of things. But eventually, as you go into the system, the online system, you start using it, getting used. It kind of became something that, not to say you really enjoy it, but part and parcel of your life because you have no other choice. Okay, and you improve day by day in terms of teaching online, and I think you also as students improve yourself in terms of learning online.
As a student, I actually kind of like how we can rewatch lectures. Because last time when it was physical, if the lecture is done, it's done. But now I can still rewatch your own lectures. They're still up on the e-learning portals.
Yeah, so these are the things that they are blessings in disguise. So now, since we have come, to the tail end of the pandemic. Okay, hope there's more another pandemic. But I think we are more prepared if there is one also. So what happens is to go back directly to face-to-face, 100% face-to-face, you might want to think back. What are the good points, that you face or experience in the online teaching process? And you'll come to realize it has its advantages, So a hybrid mode is much more relevant in today's time. Even universities worldwide have started thinking, do we need the brick campus or not? Or we can just survive online.
Could connect more international students, take away the flight expenses, they could attend university in their own home countries. Visas are expensive.
If you ask me, I will go for a blended learning mode experience for everyone. It is good. It gives everybody the opportunity, to match with their responsibilities, if they cannot attend face to face and all that, So a blended mode, a hybrid mode, I think will be very, very suitable for the current times and also for the current generation.
I think that's a really good segue into our next question, which is, do you think having online classes have helped students to become more suited for the current time? They get to learn more stuff about Google Documents, Google Meets, and more companies are also, as you said, moving toward a hybrid format. So has it prepared them for the next digital transformation? Maybe increasing their digital literacy. Oh, I know how to use this program. I know how to do Zoom meeting and take notes on the side. It's no longer like notebooks and
Yeah, it's very, very true what you mentioned, Luke, in terms of preparing or making sure students are ready. And at the same time, it also give an exposure to the lecturers in terms of preparing them to use technology, because a lot of studies was done, they were done during this COVID area to find the readiness level of the lecturers and students. Okay, so basically, it's good, the exposure to technology in terms of also increasing the graduate employability of the students for them to go to the workplace. Okay, because we are now heading backward, moving forward with AI and everything at workplace, and also the hybridity of the work environment. So it's a good platform for the students also, and they also get to be exposed to a lot of digital tech, ICT and all that in terms of learning.
So, what future activities could we expect at Solat, seeing that we're slowly transitioning back to normal? Would it be like last time where there were physical workshops, events?
Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, a hybrid mode for teaching and learning is good. At the same time, in terms of conferences, talks, workshops, seminars, to give people more opportunity to have access, hybrid version is very, very good. And for those who are around, face-to-face is more effective.
Yes.
Okay, so basically we will transfer back into like having our talks, for students in terms of student well-being, academic enhancement,
mental health.
Okay, and then the school is also celebrating its 50 years anniversary. We will also be having some face-to-face events, and next year we're having our international conference. Even the undergraduate students can take part in those in that conference.
So there'll be like some on-site participants and then some remote ones.
Yeah, and if you notice, like most talks, seminars nowadays, they have alternatives for participants, whether to be virtual participants or physical participants.
So I think we've maybe touched upon the 3 current issues regarding online learning and the future events as well. So maybe Amy, we could continue with the way forward or future opportunities for EFP students.
So as an English for professional students, I think we ourselves have like a lot of questions about our future and stuff. So, sorry, especially for English students, we are curious about our career path because the world today is very much STEM dominant. So, in your opinion, how can students use their knowledge of language to drive innovation in this current STEM dominated?
Okay. This is a question that normally the newcomers will be asking us. When they come, they will ask, what can I do after my degree? So I tell them, you are very lucky to be in this program. Okay, it's a very multidisciplinary program. Okay, it's not only learning about language. It's not purely linguistics. Okay, like your first years, in your first year and first half of your second year, I know it's more theoretical. But when you come to your final year and the second part of your second year, it's very practical based. You get to apply the language in various contexts, isn't it? The media, the legal context, the administration and all that. So it is actually a preparation for you to enter the job market. Okay? And if you're talking about the job market being dominated by STEM, basically, how can STEM survive without language? You tell me.
True.
How can STEM transmit knowledge without language? You need the language.
Language is the medium to...
communication. How can discoveries of STEM, discoveries, let's say vaccines, and how do you communicate to people? You need the language part. And don't worry about the job market for EFP students. You just go to LinkedIn. You just go and survey where all your seniors are. They are in fantastic companies, fantastic jobs, which you see, this is not related to EFP at all. But they're doing good.
They're doing well.
Yes. So it's actually a platform for you to develop yourself in a very multidisciplinary field. Okay, and go out there and basically don't be so academic inclined. Since you're coming back to campus, grab the opportunity for a lot of non-academic activities to prepare you for the STEM world.
Social activities, to also get them ICSD.
Yeah, not only the social activities, you have STEM students in the university. Collaborate with them.
Collaborate, learn from each other.
Yeah.
So would you say it's more depending on the student and how they market themselves?
Yes.
Because
you need to show your visibility.
Yep.
You need to sell yourself.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's really good inputs, and maybe we could move on to like how will learning about different cultures and languages benefit students in the global job market? Would it make them more suited to work cross-culturally? Because like right now it's a very interconnected world.
Yeah, okay, that brings me to this term, which is a competency which is very, very important today, intercultural competence.
Yes.
Okay, so you can align that to global competence. Okay, so intercultural competence is part of global competence. Okay, to survive in today's world, you have to be globally competent. What is global competent? When you talk about global competence, you need to have certain skills. Okay, skills to communicate first, language. Okay, so diversity in terms of how many languages that you can use.
Multilingual.
Yeah, not proficient. Use.
Just
You
use.
don't have to be proficient in a language. You can have 100 words vocab. You can still survive in different parts of the world. Okay, so language is very important. Next one is your thinking skills. It's very important. Critical thinking, problem solving, interpersonal skills is very, very important, and being able to work as a team. Okay, so basically coming down to the micro level, even we have a lot of international students in our EFP program, and at the school here for postgraduate, masters and PhD, we also have a lot of international students. So take the opportunity, okay, to interact with them, okay, share knowledge, find out what they have to give us, to offer us, and tell them what we have to offer them.
So it's a give and take,
Yeah,
exchanging ideas.
not live in isolation, segregation, polarization of international students and local students. As host students, we should play a very important role to make them feel welcomed. So that's how knowledge sharing starts, to build your intercultural competence.
So would you say the main takeaway is we can't work in silos? We need to be team oriented, open up our horizons and boundaries.
So, we're talking about English professional students. Myself, and I think there are a lot of other students who are also curious that we would probably want to pursue our studies, not just to degree, but also postgrad level, and they probably are wondering like how should I apply? Where should I apply? Like what can I apply for? What kind of field can I go for? So can you like share with us like what can we do? What can we go for?
Okay, in terms of postgraduate studies. Okay, so basically before you complete your EFP, I'm not sure whether it's done now or not. There's a briefing for our students in terms of the career path. Okay, either one option is you enter the job market. Second option is you pursue your masters. Okay, so in the context of masters, whether you want to pursue it here at USM or at the school or at other schools or at other universities in Malaysia, or finally other universities internationally, because I'm saying that because I think your seniors, one or two are pursuing their masters overseas.
Wow.
Yeah, I know that because they requested me for referral letter. Okay, so you want to pursue your masters. First of all, this is the first very question I ask my students who come and see me when they are in first year, my academic advisee. Whatever you do now, you must think and decide where you want to be 3 years from now. So that firstly will help. You must think about that, so it will help you to decide what do you want to minor in. Because why I'm talking about that is that will have an impact on masters study later on. What you want to minor. Okay. So at the school, I'm not promoting the school. We have foreign languages. Okay. And we have minor in a few foreign languages. I think there are 4 languages are offered, foreign languages are offered as minor. And basically EAP student should take the opportunity to minor in a foreign language. It will be to their advantage in terms of having themselves to be globally marketable.
Like what we talked about just now.
Yeah. Japanese, Mandarin, we have French, okay, we have Arabic. Okay, so when you come to masters, if you want to first pursue your masters, one option is like the school, we have the coursework program. Okay, masters translation for professionals. Okay, so you have your language background at EFP. If you have a minor in a foreign language and you do your master's translation for professional, you have added value.
Yeah.
A few levels of added value. Okay. Okay. Next one is if you are not a person who likes to go to classes, do the coursework assessment, sit for exams, you go for the research mode. You like to be independent, work alone with your supervisor. You want to do research. You can apply to do masters by research. Okay. So even when you start your masters by research, before that, think of a topic that will have value maybe 4 years after you graduate.
Something relevant.
Yeah, if not, there's no contribution to knowledge. Okay, and also if you think you want to work not in academia but outside, so make your topic relevant to what can help you to get a job too, you know. So that's very, very important. So you do masters by research, so under guidance of supervisor. So masters normally take about 2 years, full-time and part-time 1 to 2 years. Okay, so then after that you can think about getting a job, studying, you know, or either continue with your PhD if you're really interested, keen to join the academia in terms of becoming a lecturer and academician, you know, doing the kind of jobs that your lecturers are doing now, teaching your supervising students, doing research, publication, all those kind of things. So application like at the school here is open throughout the year. You can always visit us to get more information. Our office is open and you have Dr. Alabash, your program chairperson, who is always open, you know, for help. Or you can go to Institute of Postgraduate Studies. You know, all the information is also available on the website for admission. Okay, so grab the opportunities. You know, in today's world, I think having a undergraduate degree is not sufficient anymore. Upskill yourself. Okay, with masters as a basic. Like last time, to have a degree was like wow, it's a great thing.
Yes, it was very.
You know, it's not easy to get. So people were just with SPM or the CGL, you know, certificate or diploma. Like now, degrees. You need to upskill yourself. Very important.
To match the current times.
Yeah, very important.
So if the students would like to pursue their studies, master's degree or PhD, are there any scholarships or maybe tips to secure one?
Okay, scholarships. There are various scholarships available worldwide. It's based on where do you want to do it. And also the universities also have full scholarships, partial scholarships. Okay, so you need to inquire with the respective universities. Like here in USM, at the school here we do not provide any scholarship, but the university does under IPS, but it's not full scholarship also. It's something known like current one, the latest one that they offer is graduate fellowship. Okay, you're given monthly stipend, but you have to do some extra work for the school where you are attached, you know, to contribute back in terms of helping with the teaching, doing research and publication. It will help you with the paying of your fees and all that.
Will it also give you some work experience? Or?
Okay. Other than that, many loans are available, study loans, so you can have access. And you can also go and search worldwide on various, there are various organizations that they give scholarship for postgrad studies.
So basically, scholarships are out there, it's just up to students to go find them.
Sometimes, I mean, like you might not be able to get full scholarship, partial scholarship, you know, to help.
I see. So knowing all that input, I am myself very intrigued to know more about masters, but I guess I'll do my own research at home. I think we're about to be at the end of the interview, but I have like one last request or question for you. What message, advice, or motivational words that you have to give to students, the youth, or whoever that is like lacking in confidence of themselves, language-wise, that are like they want to pursue masters or PhD, but they're like just not confident because they think they can't do it and they think it's too much for them. What do you have to say for this?
Basically, first of all, our EFP students are all full of, they are very vibrant. They all are very confident. That's what I like about our EFP students. Okay, yeah. And language proficiency, there's no major issues with all of y'all. Okay, you come in with quite good language background based on our requirement. Okay, so in terms of confidence or motivation or getting more information, you need to go and see the correct people to get the information. So you can always come and see us. We can help you, give you details. Okay. Yesterday I had one of your super seniors, not super seniors, your seniors. Okay, senior, she came to get some advice because she's not sure whether she wants to do coursework, mixed mode or research. Okay, so you just need to go and look for information. Okay, so come and see us. We'll help you. Go to IPS. You get some information. Okay, and do your own research. Okay, and basically everybody can do it. You just need to put in focus, put in your effort, and do it.
So to wrap up this interview, maybe we could give a few main takeaways. And for me, it's having a vision, like planning before you even start. And the second one would be self-regulated learning, self-regulated planning. So students have to take their own initiatives. Can't expect to be spoon-fed
every time.
Yeah. And maybe you would like to add some for you.
For me, I'm very interested in the pursuing to masters in PhD because I have that dream of becoming a lecturer. And then at first I wanted to be in TESOL, but sadly I failed the MITSI test, so I was like really sad and depressed about it.
But you're here.
But I'm here, so when I heard that you said you can join PhD for lecturing and stuff, I'm like, okay, sure, I'll join that, I'll do that.
It's motivation.
It's the motivation. My dad's like, go for it, I'll pay for you, go for it. Yeah. So I think that is all for the interview.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you and getting more information, knowing about you, knowing about Solar itself. So, do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it. And maybe our audience, I hope you enjoyed this interview. And bye-bye, see you next time.
Thank you very much. So I just would like to say one last word to the audience, especially I think the EFP student. There are a lot of opportunities available outside. You just have to go out and grab it. Okay, enjoy life.
Yes, enjoy life.
But still study.
Still study.
Enjoy life. And I mean, life is very meaningful. You know, so balance it with your study and.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.